you all. This is your librarian, Adriana, and as you can see, we are about to start your work on Team Memo 2 and Library Assignment 2. So I just wanted to start out together so we're all literally on the same page with the assignment description. These 4 points here from Dr. V are what will guide your research for this memo. So basically you're researching the science behind the technology that you're studying. That's like the briefest synopsis of these 4 points. How does it work? What's its role in the country of research? Um, is it like, uh, gosh, my brain just went dead right there. I was going to say, is it uh, sustainable? But you don't actually have to go there yet. Right now, we just want to focus on what the history of the technology is and how it works. Sound good? So we're going to use some databases today. And that means I'd like y'all to navigate over to the library's website. And that is lib.utah.edu. Though the temptation is big, do not go to this search engine. You're going to want to. Remember, this searches everything on our library's website. Instead, I'm going to direct you to the library databases again. And today we're looking at 3 very briefly because y'all are smart and I know that you can handle this. So, first thing I'm going to do is show you that there are, like I mentioned previously, databases that are organized according to specific fields of engineering. So you might find your technology there. We might also want to look, and this is where I'm headed, at environmental and sustainability studies. Just because that's our ultimate goal eventually. You might recognize some of these, like Academic Search Ultimate, which we used previously. I'm going to scroll down until I get to, I'm actually just going to do a global search for Greenfile. So that's the first database we're going to be using today. Like I mentioned last time, it's helpful if you take a moment to skim the description of the database just so you know what kind of materials to expect there. And this looks like it has a ton of records, and some of those are full text. So Greenfile, check this out. Does this shit look familiar to anybody? If you have used Academic Search Ultimate before, or one of the many EBSCOhost databases like these, Medline's a big one, CINAHL, PsycInfo, is that one? It is not one. It is called Psychology and Behavioral Sciences Collection, even catchier. So if you've used any of those, it's going to operate the same way. I'm going to do a shout out to Team 3 today. Hi, Team 3. We were looking at drip irrigation in India, if I have my notes right. So I'm going to do a broad search for that subject. So not just drip irrigation, that would be too broad. We want to look at those systems that were developed in India. I have 22 results, and that doesn't seem like a lot, but imagine if all 22 of these are excellent. That would be so rad. We're going to imagine that they are, and I'm just going to pick one. Look, I just picked this one, and pretend with me, Team 3, hey Team 3, that this is the perfect article for you. Some things I want to point out. Here is the abstract, so you can read through it and assess, yeah, I want to pursue this. But before we do pursue it, I just want to point out, since we're here, check this out. You can actually grab a citation for this article in the format that y'all are going to be using this semester, which is APA, 7th edition. So feel free, a lot of databases do this, feel free to grab and just copy and paste it into your bibliography. Otherwise, we'll talk about a citation generator later. Next, I'm just going to go click on the Find It button or View It and see if we have access to this article through one of our other 400 databases. So clicking Find It is way more efficient than you searching, digging independently through all of those different databases. It took us directly to the article itself, and you can download the PDF from here. So it won't always come from this specific database, but generally when you click that Find It button, it will take you to full text. And if it doesn't, contact me and I can remind you how to fill out an interlibrary loan request. It's really fast and easy. So that's it for Greenfile. Very straightforward, I think. The next database we're going to go back to, so you'll remember the process. We go lib.utah.edu, and we do not go here. We're going to skip the library catalog. Not here. We go to the databases. This time we are looking at Greener, and since I know the title, I'm just going to click G and search for it. So it's GREENR, and there is the database. You can tell I've done this once before, maybe a couple times before. Here's the blurb, tells you what's covered in the database. Big focus on the environment, energy, and natural resources. So I think this will be a good one. Let me know how it goes. And let's do a search for, how about Team 4? Or Team 2? How about Team 2? Let's do Team 2. Automated sorting systems. And Japan. So the reason I'm using the word "and" in between my keywords is because I want to tell the database or search engine that I want only those results that include both of the keywords. I'm also putting my search phrase in quotes so that it searches for automatic sorting system as a phrase instead of individual words. Like maybe an article is going to have automated come up like in the first paragraph, and then sorting 3 pages in and system 25 pages later. This was a bad search. I'm so sorry, team 2. Let's see how this database fares for Team 4. Who's doing incineration? Oh, I wish I could type better in front of, oh my goodness, incineration and Sweden, I believe. Whew. Typing in front of people, even when they're not in front of you, it gives me a little anxiety. Check this out. I really like the way that this database lays out our results. So different from the previous database we were looking at, where it's just got the standard list, like maybe Google Scholar. This database lays it out according to content types. So you can actually just go directly to academic journals if you want. But I believe that news is totally a relevant type of resource, source to use. Get clearance from Dr. V. Just to be sure, I'll show you only the academic journals. We got abstracts only here, unfortunately, but we're going to pretend that it is actually okay. I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to look at the abstract and see if this is something that's going to be useful to your research. You tell me. This is kind of cool, gives us related titles. And what I can do from here is I can just grab, because there's no Find It button coming up, I can grab the citation information. So up at the top, let's identify this stuff. This is the title of the article, correct? Waste management below is the title of the journal that the article lives in. The authors are over here, and it's very cool. Their names are hyperlinked because that means they have published more. Same with this journal. But we can actually just search for this exact title. So I'm going to do that. Let's go to Google Scholar, which I have linked up with the library's holdings. And I'm going to put in the title for that article. Exactly. And I've got it in quotes. Oh my goodness. So Google Scholar takes us here. Let's see if this gives us. Oh, it does. Hallelujah. This gives us a PDF. But if it didn't, I did want to show you something else that's cool that you can use in conjunction with these databases. So Google Scholar, for those of you who have not used it before, is like regular style Google, except it only searches for scholarly information. I like that they have this catchphrase, standing on the shoulders of giants. So it means that like you're basing your research on existing evidence. Like this is not new stuff. Anyway, so something cool you can do is you can sync up the library's holdings with electronic holdings with Google Scholar. If you go to settings, from settings, you'll click on library links, and then I'm going to type in University of Utah and hit search. I've already done this, and so it's automatically selected for me. But you do want to have both Open WorldCat and University of Utah. Get it at UU selected, and then hit save. If you don't hit save, you're kind of like, ooh, you're in hot waters there because it won't do it for you. Then we'll go back to the search that we did where it was, what was it? Oh my gosh. Let's do Team 4. Hi, Team 4. Incineration. I'm going to try to spell it again. And Sweden. I swear I can spell really well. Former spelling bee champion, second place. And you'll notice you've got links in the middle of the page here. These ones, this is kind of a spoiler alert, these come from the U of U, the ones on the right side. So if this link doesn't take you to the full text, this link will. And it's kind of a great workaround. Because we mentioned WorldCat briefly, I don't know if y'all remember it, just from now, library links, Open WorldCat. WorldCat is great. We actually have access to it through the library databases. I'm going to show you. Databases, go to W, and I will scroll and get dizzy until we find World. Okay, they've taken it out maybe. There it is. Ha! WorldCat. I knew it was here. But you can also just go directly to WorldCat. You can go worldcat.org. And WorldCat is dope. It's a big worldwide catalog. So it's a collaboration of libraries who have online library catalogs, and they submit the records for everything that they have, and you can search them here. So let's see. Who have I not talked about yet? Oh, we didn't really help out the team who was working on automated sorting systems. I'll do system, and it was Japan, I believe. And I'm going to search everything just to give us a sense of what is out there. We got 6 results. Pretty wild. These are chapters, and you can seek them out through WorldCat. You can view the full text right here a lot of the time, or sometimes you'll have to, like, you can contact me, your librarian, and ask for help filling out an interlibrary loan request. If y'all don't remember how to do that, I just want to do this very quickly because it's super important and it's a free service. So go back to the library's website. I'm always going to take you here. Below this benign databases navbar, There's another nav bar. An interlibrary loan lives there. And you'll log in, and this is what mine looks like. So I actually just did a sample search for another class and requested this article. So when I request stuff, I pick depending on the type of media. I'd click article. If you're already logged into this though, and you're in a database that has a like link to interlibrary loan, it will automatically populate these forms for you, which is very cool. Otherwise, you have to fill out this form. Boring, but very efficient. So only the stuff that has this red asterisk by it. If you don't know, just write unknown. And then a couple things I want to point out that are weird. This phrasing is strange. The not wanted after date. What is the last possible date you want this stuff? The default that it fills out for you is a month from today's date. But you can change that. I recommend changing it because you can actually get stuff very quickly. Like when I received an article through interlibrary loan, I got it the same day I requested it. The other thing is, will you accept the item in a language other than English? If the answer is no, be sure to select that. If the answer is yes, please be sure to identify which languages. And you don't have to fill out this crap right here. You can just submit your request. And then you'll receive an email that you have received your article. And when that happens, you'll log back into Interlibrary Loan and go to this page, electronically received articles, and I can click this and it will take me to the PDF. And you should have access to the PDF for a month now, I want to say. It used to be 7 days. And then after that time, it will automatically be deleted from your electronically received articles. But while it's living here for either, I want to say it's 30 days. Yeah. Look at this. This is so cool. You can just download it as many times as you want. You can print it. You can do whatever you would like with it. We actually have no idea. We trust you. And we want you to do whatever you would like to with this article. If you need to print this and give it out to everybody you meet, I can't possibly stop you. I don't know why you would do it. But anyway, we can just view the article here. Super cool. And like it says, if you accidentally delete an article, you can undelete it, or you can email folks at the library to have them re-upload it for you. The last thing that I wanted to talk about with y'all is citations, because I understand you're having a little bit of struggle with APA format. So I'm going to close all this stuff, and I actually just Googled this earlier, and you can do the same. This is a campus guide, it's one of our library guides for Noodle Tools, and Noodle Tools is a citation generator that you can access through the databases the first time in order to get a free subscription to it. So you'll have to scroll until you get to Noodle Tools, but there it is. And there's the little Noodle Tools guide that I've got up here. I'm not going to walk you through it because the guide exists and is really great. There's videos for how to create your account, how to do project management. You can skip that part. How to create a bibliography. This is the big deal part here. And if you run into difficulties, you can definitely email me, or you can email our resident expert, Darby Fanning. I think that is about it. Your library assignment is basically the same as last time with one small exception. I'd like you to explain why you have selected the sources that you have for your annotated bibliography. And each of you will provide 2 sources. So you'll provide the citation in APA style, 7th edition, You'll provide an annotation, which is a brief synopsis, and then a rationale for why your team has selected this source. And that's it. Email me or call or text me if you have any questions. I love y'all.